Queen City Corsairs return to their stopping grounds here at Controlerless Field in Buffalo, New York, as they look to right the ship against the Arizona Scorpions, who sit at 3-0 coming into this Week 5 contest. Hello, folks. I'm Tyler Falk. Happy to have you for company here tonight on this Sunday evening for SFL action here in Season 23. Special thanks to Justin Broussard and Mark Lopez, the Stats Truck, and of course, Cameron Irvine is back in studio playing production as I welcome Alex West into the broadcast booth. Alex, the Corsairs, they need a win badly, and the Scorpions look they might steamroll over them.
It certainly looks that way if you just pay attention to what is on the paper. There's a reason that one of these teams is 3-0 and the other is winless thus far. In fact, this is Queen City's worst start since going winless in Season 20. Only one other time have they started 0-3. That was in Season 4. So overall, Queen City is desperately looking to avoid a continued slide and bring things on an even keel.
We'll see if they can rekindle some spark which they had in Season 18 and 17, where they won by 2 with an identical score of 33-31. As here we go from Controlerless Field. And the return from TJ Punk is a good one out to the left-hand side, eventually brought down at the 33-yard line. And out trots for the first time tonight, Ashley Jackson, who will lead her troops under center this evening.
And Ashley Jackson is certainly the one to watch. She's the heartbeat of this Arizona offense. She's a 10-year veteran of this squad, 10-season veteran with the Scorpions, 12 seasons with the league, two-time All-Star. Certainly think that her slinging the rock is going to be the foundation of this offense.
Looking to tie former Queen City quarterback A.J. Caswell for 7th all-time in touchdowns tonight, as she will first hand off up the middle. Scampers forward, the fullback Bismarck Wright for a gain of 7. And let's introduce you to the rest of that Scorpions offense. Brad Jones and DJ Moses are the two tailbacks, with the aforementioned fullback Bismarck Wright in the backfield. Donnie Hands, Yeo Montana, and Hank Earl Troll alongside TJ Punk are the wideouts, with Adam Grabowski and Will Todd at tight end. And we'll touch on the offensive line shortly as Brad Jones gets his first carry and goes nowhere. That offensive line is Charles Michael, Tina McGinn, Patrick Kelly, Gene Benazzi, and Igor Barbatov. Early third down test here for the Scorpions. That's coming from Queen City. Pass over the middle, cut by Punk as he gets out of one tackle before being turned inside out by Alex Marshall shortly before the 50-yard line.
And that's exactly what you kind of expect from this offense on third. When it's third medium, third moderate, they have plenty of offensive weapons at the receiving. Best just ask Ashley to do what she does best.
Mark down at the 47 as Jackson rolls, fires across her body, looking near side, looking for Will Todd. Incomplete. Good hit there by Ted Haynes as we introduce you to the Corsairs defense. Chad Stinson and Amelia Petrilla are the defensive linemen, with Luke Swift and Casper Haddock at linebacker. Justin Raside and the aforementioned Ted Haynes are your corners, with GB Wallace and Alex Marshall at safety. Offset tight end look here for Ashley Jackson, and she sends one of her tight ends, that being Will Todd, in motion from right to left. We're on the 2nd down and 10 play. Jackson again going to look to throw over the middle. Caught behind the defense. Donnie Hands.
He's gone.
5 touchdown for Donnie Hands. And with that, Ashley Jackson does tie A.J. Caswell for 7th all time.
Just quick as a lightning strike, she sees that there's only one safety deep. She sees that Donnie Hands has broken loose and then just delivers a perfectly thrown ball to give him oceans of green in front of him.
A beautiful catch from Donnie Hands gives Ashley Jackson passing touchdown 259 in her career. And the extra point from Cliff Allens. Yeah, special teams is up and good. A quick drive, a 5-play, 67-yard drive just took just under a minute and a half, and that is a quick drive compared to how we know Arizona can milk clock.
Not only that, it's blink and you miss it threat from the air, and that's going to open up this running game in times to come.
And so we're back underway. How does the Corsair offense respond? And here comes the return from Bob Wood. He tries to get through the middle of that return team. Not out past Dave Moore. That is where Trellis Blanton will take to the field for the first time tonight.
And an important moment for Queen City Corsairs offense. They want to come out here. They want to move the chains. Don't be too ambitious. Don't try to score on the first drive or two. Just establish a rhythm for Trellis Blanton.
3 touchdowns, 8 interceptions coming into tonight's contest as he will pitch near side for Jet Zero, who gets swallowed up in the backfield by Mo Martin Jr. and company, as we introduce you to the Corsairs offense, who have a new addition back to the Corsair lineup. Charles Blanton's the quarterback. Jet Zero and Ace Ketchum, week 5 signing, makes his return back to the SFL. Adrian Ellis, Joseph Boudet, and Bob Wood are the wideouts. James Matthew Jr. and Abad Ruiz II are the tight ends. Pass near side nearly taken away by Ryan McNeil. That falls incomplete.
And now it's a big 3rd and 11. It's an obvious passing situation. This is kind of what you wanted to avoid. Now it's all or nothing, do or die. All eyes on number 15.
4 wide here for Blanton. On his own 30-yard line. Blanton passing to roll on the pocket, pumps one, still at time, looking right side and nearly throws it into the awaiting arms of Ernest McRae Sr., and it's an early and quick 3-and-out for the Corsairs offense.
And that's just the worst case scenario, right? You want to try and establish that your offense can move the ball, and instead the only play that you have that goes for anything at all is for a negative yard in running.
So out trots Queen City punter to get this one away, and does so without any trouble as the return from hands is all the way only up to the 41-yard line. And with Mark Lopez in the stats truck, we of course have our bingo card for us this evening. Mark has been able to do so every so often when he does stats. He creates this fancy little bingo card that we look for all these little stats. For instance, we're looking for multiple Ashley Jackson touchdowns. He already has one, so we're almost there for our first mark of the bingo card. We'll keep an eye and keep you posted on what that looks like. And up the middle as Brad Jones scampers for 9 yards.
And it's impressive how right here you see some extra effort by the running back can take what should have been just a short medium gain into a 9-yard. Now it's an easy gimme first down.
Have to cross the 50 and get to the Corsair 49-yard line for a first down. Handoff left side, easy does it. Gain of about 6 there for DJ Moses.
And there's something to be said about this 1-2 pair of Brad Jones and DJ Moses. You got a 3-time All-Star in DJ Moses, former MVP back in season 20. And Brad's been a very respectable backup coming out of Bossier City.
Second best rushing attack in the game, as here goes Brad Jones. Brad Jones for a gain of 11, as they're the second most rushing team in the league, with averaging just around 167 yards a game.
And tell me if I'm wrong, but from what I've seen, a lot of it is because of how easily this passing attack is able to give them an early lead and allow the rushing attack to take over as soon as they've got themselves a window.
Some a give and take. Sometimes they're setting up the pass with the run. Other times, as we saw in the first drive, it's the pass which sets up Ashley Jackson in this offense for a very comfortable running game, as this time DJ Moses goes nowhere. Good pursuit from Eric Barton to get in the backfield for a loss of 2.
And that was credit to the Queen City's front 4 and the extra linebacker there. Everyone standing up one-on-one, holding their blocks, not allowing any holes to open up, and then allowing the linebacker to come around and clean that up.
Trips near side now for Ashley Jackson. Just inside the Queen City 35. Quick hitter underneath is caught just past the 30-yard line. Yayo Montana for a gain of 5.
An interesting third down here. They have the opportunity to ask Ashley to throw the ball once again, but given that they've already got a lead here and they're well within field goal range, there's a possibility. Oh, nope, never mind. Empty backfield. No run here.
The 28, Jackson middle, tipped and incomplete. Good heads-up awareness there from the defender. And that will more than likely force a field goal out of Cliff Allen.
Definitely within his range. Former All-Star, former San Diego Maverick.
Up there by outside linebacker Luke Swift from the right hash. Cliff Allen's kick is up and it sneaks inside the left upright. Good for 3. It is now 10-0 Arizona here in enemy territory.
Now at this point, Queen City's offense has to at least show they can move the football, because you can't just go 3 and out twice in a row when Arizona's scored in your own house.
3 and out with still no yards to their name here at this point, as we're just about to hit the midway point of this first quarter. And that'll be taken back for a knee by Bob Wood. So out comes Charles Blanton and the crew once again to try and set some things in motion. It has not been the start to the season, as we mentioned earlier. All 3 games for the Corsairs, they have lost by 2 scores or more. Most recently in week 3 when they lost to DC by 14, 27-13. And down goes Blanton. The pressure off the edge from Hunter Norwood gets to him, and that is sack number 150.
And just incredible work by Norwood to beat the guard one-on-one with a little swing move to the outside shoulder. Allows him to then just make an almost unobstructed run as soon as he makes that one little shimmy. Holy.
Only the second player to reach 150 sacks for Hunter Norwood. Congratulations to him, as that sets Queen City back by 6 yards. And here goes Blanton again, trying to hit underneath. That is caught for completion of the game to James Matthew Jr. for this Queen City offense.
And here we are again, deja vu, 3rd and 11, deep in your own territory.
At least they were able to get some positive yards on second down. Maybe that trend continues here. 4 wide and an upstanding tight end as Blanton rolls, and he's taken down again. David Tilley this time. 2 sacks and a 3 out again for the Scorpions defense.
These tackles are eating inside. There are the front 5 are kind of looking a little turnstilish there. Look again, with just that little swim move, boom, and just lays a tattoo of a hit across him.
3 TFLs in the first 6 offensive plays for Arizona. And they will get the ball back. Spiraling punt that does not even exit Queen City's side of the field, and Hands will get tackled as soon as he receives it at the Queen City 49-yard line. And so 2 opening drives for Arizona, a touchdown and a 45-yard field goal. See them at this 10-0 lead here at the moment. It's been a little mix of both. Some pass, some run. They're set up here to maybe run to the left-hand side, but that's where the 2 tight ends are currently lined up at. Indeed, they'll just run up the middle this time with Brad Jones for just a short pickup. Good stop by Eric Barton.
And it may have only been 2 yards, but part of the equation at this point that Arizona is more than happy to do is just chew a little bit of clock, because they've already shown they can move the ball at will. May as well do a little work now to while away some time where they've got a firm lead.
Formation, they run up the middle again, and dragging a defender with them is Brad Jones for another Arizona first down.
Keep running the football. They haven't proven that the Corsairs have not proven they have the ability to stop the run consistently, so the Scorpions will be more than happy to take advantage.
Arizona right now averaging 7.9 yards a play here tonight. That's another hand up. Bismarck right, the fullback. That's another 7 yards for Arizona.
And it's just like clockwork. Even when you think that it's a pass here, they come out with the sneaky draw play. It's just incredible amounts of misdirection. They're keeping the defense guessing, and they're guessing wrong every time.
And the offset eye here on 2nd and 3. Fullback dive. Nowhere doing. Barton is there to knock Nicholas Lucci back, but they will give him the first down for his troubles.
Forward progress is still enough there, and that'll move the chains.
Arizona looking to make it 3 scores in the first quarter over these Corsairs. And up near side, Jones only 2 this time as Haddock gets to him shortly after the line of scrimmage. And this Arizona franchise has suffered at the hands of the Queen City Corsairs over the years. Only have won 4 times out of the 14 meetings, looking to make it 5 here as Moses runs out to the right-hand side. That gains 5.
And there's Casper Haddock again. It's his 4th solo tackle on this drive. He's just proving to be everywhere, doing his best to just keep the ball in front of him.
One wide receiver near side. High formation, they'll try and stretch it left side. Haddock trying to get to Jones in time, but he cannot stop him. Another Scorpion first down.
Just too much momentum on the side of the 240-pound back who just lowers his shoulder and gets those extra yards after contact.
This drive has been full of runs. That was the 7th consecutive run. And this being play number 8. Don't see him changing up anytime soon as Montana, who is lined up as a tight end, now set in motion out to the far left-hand side. Jackson under pressure, down she goes! Luke Swift was swift in getting into the backfield and gets a sack.
And almost unblocked coming off the edge here. The tackle is occupied. The guard has to pull there and actually rotate to cover and make that block. And you can see that there's the attempt there, but too much speed allows him to get back and get home.
The 2nd most tackle for losser in the league, now with 11 as Jackson middle caught hands at the 3.5-yard line. A crucial catch in traffic. 1st and goal, Arizona.
Donnie Hands there again and proving why he's a former All-Star and why he's one of the favorite targets of Jackson, making a catch that is honestly so impressive because of the hit that's coming, and he knows it's coming. He can't miss the safety lurking right there.
And that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. It is 10-0 Arizona as they're on the outskirts of the end zone. Aerial coverage of today's game is provided by Dags Droneworks, aerial photography and videography services for real estate, events, marketing, and more. Learn more at dagsdroneworks.com as we look over the harbor here in Buffalo, New York, and welcome you back to Queen City and Conpro Field here in New York. Happy to have your company. I'm Tyler Falk, alongside Alex West in the booth, Justin Raside and Mark Lopez are in the stats truck, and Kevin Irvine is producing. Week 5 SFL action. Can Arizona punch it in for 6 here to begin the quarter? And off middle, trying to sneak through, gets a little bit of help from the tackler behind. Jones might pick up a yard at best here.
But a yard of play is all they need here, creeping ever closer inside the 2.
O-line defense against this formation. Side linebacker showing blitz in the direction of the 2 tight ends. Arizona try and go that direction. DJ Moses gets in. Touchdown, Scorpions.
And it's just too much to ask of this defense to try and stop a running game that has been averaging what it has been averaging per carry today and so far this season. Everyone's averaging over 4 yards a carry. This one is a situation where DJ's Moses' average is going down because of how short of a run it was. Absolutely unstoppable rushing attack.
Second rushing touchdown of the season for Moses. And it's a 17-0 lead here for the Scorpions. They took off 4 minutes, 18 seconds off the clock. And we'll see if the Corsairs show some backbone here. The defense certainly showed some signs of life here. Now it's their offense. We'll have a turn to try and amend matters here. Joseph Boudet trying to sneak through tackles, and he gets all the way up to the 33 as we have our first penalty on the game, and they're going to call blocking in the back on Queen City, and that will negate the fantastic return from Boudet.
Just from bad to worse, now they're pinned inside their own 20. They could have done. They would have had better field position if they had just taken a touchback, but instead, a little bit of absent-minded play there by 89 results in horrible field position for the Corsairs.
Take a look at the time of possession already. Nearly 8.5 minutes. 8 minutes, 14 seconds. For Arizona. Queen City only at just over 2 minutes. As Zero trying to fight off the onslaught of rushers. Cannot. Nathaniel Diggs finally there to take him down. No gain.
And Queen City trying to reestablish that they can run the football. Instead, Arizona just senses that one coming. The linebackers all rush to crash the running lane. There's nowhere for Jet to go, and he's absolutely swallowed up.
The 13-yard line again. Blitz coming. Blanton has to get rid of it and does. Caught to the 29-yard line. Joseph Boudet.
And a huge breath of life, a momentary sign of a pulse here, as Boudet uses his body to put that out of question for the cornerback to make a play, and instead just focuses on catching it, bringing it into his chest, and not dropping it.
First down of the ball game for the Corsairs offense. Finally moving in the right direction. Handoff middle, Zero. Diggs is there after only 2 yards.
But hey, that's 2 yards. It's a positive rushing play for them, and that is again a first so far.
Backfield again, linebackers squeeze in toward the interior of a secondary, trying to maybe stuff any play over the middle. They quickly spread out as the run goes up the middle, untouched for the first 7 yards goes James Fenderson.
Backup coming in there and doing an outstanding job of making the most of his opportunity. The running lanes were wide open there, and linebackers pinching inside were nowhere to be seen as that one comes off the guard's outside shoulder.
Edge play near side, Zero looking for the 40-yard line, and he will get it. Busting through Albert Begin for the first down.
Some signs here. There's some wind in the sails. The ship is moving forward. We have 2 first downs.
Another run. This time nowhere. Fenderson stood up near the line. Good tackle from Sean Moore, the middle linebacker. Now the clock ticks under 7 minutes to go in the half. 3 wide handoff, Zero. And he gets gang tackled this time around, led by Rain Rie.
Big third down here.
They've been able to convert on a couple of third downs already on this drive. Can they go 3 for 3 or 2 for 2? Blanton near side, and it's tipped as it was intended for Bob Wood. Incomplete, they'll say. Everett Garrison got his hand on it, and that will result in another punt for the Corsairs.
But at least this is going to be a punt that definitely ends up on the Arizona side of the field, barring some broken tackles, because I do see that's Mr. Hands back there.
And the punt is away. This one going to bounce at the 10, take an Arizona leap into the end zone, and that will be down for a touchback. And Arizona will start this next drive on their own 20-yard line, and it's been easy going for this Arizona offense. A couple of quick drives, but finally a more Arizona-like drive where they took off a little over 4 minutes. We'll see what they can come up with here, leading by 3 scores. Jackson looking near side of the coverage, backed way off, which gave Jackson plenty of time to look TJ Punk in, and that is good for 9 yards. Nine men in the box here now for the Corsairs at the Arizona 29-yard line. And off right side. And that's another good gain for this rushing attack. Brad Jones with a 4-yard pickup.
And it's just looking like another day at the office for the Scorpions, who the Scorpions offense has yet to fail to score. And their defense has so far put up a goose egg.
Another run here for Arizona. And there goes DJ Moses for an 11-yard gain, breaking out of a few tackles as well.
And you see how many tackles he breaks. 2 tackles on this way, or you see him get skinny. He breaks 1 tackle there. He almost breaks that final grab from GB Wallace. If GB Wallace does not make that tackle there, he's off to the house.
Third 10-plus yard carry from an Arizona tailback, and that one is blown up in the backfield. Luke Swift has had enough of it. Another TFL, number 12 now on this young season.
And he's been eating film week in and week out, and you can see how it pays off there. He knows what's coming, and he just comes screaming into the backfield.
Now Arizona might have to pass, and they do. Ashley Jackson with a bunch set. She pumps, and here comes the Corsair defense! Felipe Claybrooks comes into the backfield and downs Jackson for another loss.
Now it's 3rd and long. This defense has the opportunity to stand tall and force the Scorpions to punt for the first time today. A huge stand before the halftime. Get your offense one more chance to score the football.
3rd and 17 here for Ashley Jackson in the Scorpion offense. 4-man rush. AJ rolling and just decides to tuck it and run. Trying to play a stiff arm, but she pays the price. Gains 6, and the Scorpions will have to punt.
And that's just a little too aggressive there from Ash Jackson. She's looking to try and play the hero, but in that moment, all that does is guarantee that this is an end of this drive.
Darren Bennett will punt this one away here for the Scorpions. No fair catch called for, nearly run into. Was the return man Wood, and he picks up a few yards all the way up to the 29-yard line. So your offense comes up with the first stand of the night. Can the offense return the favor and maybe get some points on the board, Alex?
It's a crucial moment here. Absolutely no other way to describe this. Everything has to go right for the Corsairs at some point if they're going to have any chance in this ball game. Now is the time to step up.
Maybe the tide is turning. Maybe momentum is shifting in the Corsairs' favor. Blant underneath caught. Wood, gain of 9 as he gets turned on inside out by Moore.
And that's 2 big hits that Bob Wood's taken, once on the return and now again. I would like to see them go away from him, because if he gets hit again, that could be bad.
Arizona just piling in everyone in the box against this heavy set, and Jet 0 with a good 2-yard gain. That's all they need for another Corsair first down.
Lots of hands on the ground there. I love me some trench warfare.
Old school football, hard-nosed, rough and tumble, rub some dirt on it style that I think both you and me like, partner. 1st and 10 now Here for the Corsairs, hand off to Fenderson. Only a gain of 1 as J.R. Lawless is there.
And that's just a big step up. The gap opened up and it was there, but it was unfortunately filled immediately by a white jersey. Nowhere to go.
Closing in now on the 2-minute warning of this first half. Handoff, 0, middle, maybe 5 yards. As that run will more than likely take us to the 2-minute warning.
Ooh, they might try to get the playoff here. I don't hate it.
It could result in a free timeout if they're able to get this playoff. No. Instead, we hit 2 minutes. It's 17-0, but the Corsairs are driving. We'll see what happens when we come back. Tyler Falk and Alex West here on the call. The Corsairs have 2 minutes left in this first half to get some points. It's a 3rd and 4 play call here. Ellis Blanton, 5-step drop, pressure coming, looking middle, caught near the 40-yard line. There's the first catch of the ball game for Abad Ruiz.
And that's the most impressive offensive play that the Queen City has had all day. That's Trellis Blanton feeling the pressure, seeing it coming, but still delivering a strike. And Abad Ruiz knowing that the coverage is right there, that J.R. Lawless is going to be hitting him as soon as that ball arrives, but he still brings it in. First down.
Well, the only thing that Blanton has to do is find Adrian Ellis, and that'll complete a full house by getting every single target a catch on his roster. And off through the middle, Jet 0 trying to weave his way through defenders, picks up 4 yards, and the Corsairs will wisely use a timeout.
Clock was starting to tick down there. You kind of question the wisdom of calling a run play there, but if you're going to burn the timeout at some point, that's fine. That's fine.
Three wide here for the Corsairs on 2nd down. From the Arizona 38, blitz coming, pass left side, caught, turning up field, first down to near the 27-yard line for Joseph Boudet.
And what a just a very deliberate strike of a throw. It's the outside shoulder. It's where only Boudet can actually make a play on it, and he ensures the first down.
Being told that Adrian Ellis is inactive for the week. And so, indeed, Blanton has found everybody, but he tries to hit it over the middle, and it's nearly intercepted by J.R. Lawless. An untimely throw caused by the hit on the quarterback nearly resulted in a turnover.
Pressure gets home there, not quite soon enough to generate the sack in TFL, but soon enough to make that throw one that can't find its mark. 2nd and 10.
Now it's 4 wide receivers here on 2nd down. Just over a minute to go. Blitz coming. Out looking near side. Caught and touchdown. Near the line of scrimmage was James Matthew Jr.
Much ado about nothing on that play. Yes, it's technically completion, but it goes nowhere. It moves you all the way to the right hash. Really need to get a first down conversion here, or at least get the ball a little closer to get it within range of Joe Garfield.
Well, they're going to try and exploit a little bit extra field on that left-hand side now that they're on the right hash by moving another receiver in that direction. 4-man rush. Pass in that direction. It is nearly caught by Ruiz. A great hit from Sean Moore. Jars the ball free. So we may see Joe Garfield try and get the first points to the board for the Corsairs. Indeed, here he comes from 44 yards out to get the goose egg off the scoreboard. He's been a perfect 5 for 5 in the long of 45 this season. Snap, spot, kick is up. It's sailing left, but it sneaks in. And the Corsairs are on the board. It's 17-3, just under a minute to play here in the half.
And you can kind of feel the home crowd breathe a sigh of relief. They're not happy that they have to settle for 3 instead of putting 7 on the board, but at least the shutout is gone. And it's a 2-score game.
So we'll see if Arizona plays aggressive or if they try and get something going here on this drive. This is going to be a quick kneel down from Donnie Hands, about 9 yards deep in his own end zone. And so for the 20-yard line come the Scorpions offense, up by 2 touchdowns. See what happens here.
I definitely think, given that they're up by 2 scores, that head coach Eddie Gage is definitely going to just say, let's take it to the half. No turnovers, please.
Especially after the sack and TFL in the last drive. Hand up the middle. Indeed, they'll try and do just that. Brad Jones, 2 yards, stopped by Haddock. They don't take too much time off the clock before they're right back to the line here. 2 wide receivers near side. Just about 30 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Is it a late handoff up the middle? Jones. It's turned around after a short pickup. 20 seconds to go now.
What if they're just trying to lull them into a little bit of a false sense of security? See if they can catch them on a deep route whenever the defense falls asleep.
Very well
could be. Right here.
Diego Montana near side. Defender shading inside. Looking middle. Off the helmet of TJ Punk. He wasn't even looking for the football. And it results in an Arizona punt with 3 seconds to go. Maybe some special teams action from the Corsairs, maybe.
Anything is possible.
So it will be Bennett who stands just inside his 11-yard line. And the clock will hit 000. This will be the final touch of the half. And unfortunately, Bob Wood can go nowhere. And so, 1 half in the books. It's 17-3, but the Arizona offensive production has slowed here at the end of the half here. Alex, what has to happen in the second half for Arizona to keep this lead and come out with a victory? But what does the Corsairs have to do the same?
Well, step 1 for the Corsairs is to continue stopping the run. It's not that they've had exactly a whole lot of success stopping Ashley Jackson through the air, but you have to stop this run to prevent the Scorpions from continuing to eke out clock. And then this offense has to wake up. There's no 2 ways about it. Queen City's offense has to do more than just march downfield to score field goals. They have to score touchdowns. And if they don't do both of these things, then the Scorpions can just run away with it.
Just like the players, we'll also take a break presented by Brakes GPT. We'll see you after the break.
We just pulled a full-size Taylor Swift helmet. Shout out to all our Swifties. Travis Kelce. This is a Giants Lawrence Taylor.
Patrick Mahomes.
Chad Johnson with the Ocho Cinco.
We have a Drew Brees.
Is that an O.J. Simpson jersey?
It's an Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my goodness.
Tom Brady! Tom Brady!
Break into the world of sports memorabilia collecting with Brakes GPT, featuring signed football jerseys, helmets, photos, and more. Brakes GPT offers you the shot at winning autographed and authenticated sports memorabilia at a fraction of the price. Join the community of collectors on our Brakes GPT Facebook page and lock in your shot at hitting a humongous headliner on our site, BrakesGPT.com. As Bob Wood had me shaking in my boots here for a second, looking like he might take one to the house, gets all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Maybe just one shimmy or one shake more, and he could have found himself in a wide open lane. Lots of jerseys swarming there, but only one man left.
Touchdown saving tackle from the wide receiver Hank Earl Troll. Take a look at those first half stats as the Corsairs, they've kind of come back into this game, still averaging right just above their average as far as their average yards per play. They're averaging about 2.5 yards per play this season. They're at 2.7 here tonight as Jet Zero gets the first call, and we'll get just a yard before Moore and company are there to take him down. That brings up 2nd and 9. 4-3 look out of the Scorpion defense. Split backfield here for Blanton. 5-man rush looking underneath. Caught. Another short pickup. They'll give Boudette 3. That'll bring up a 3rd and medium situation.
And this is one of those third downs that they have shown they can convert. They need to continue that trend on this drive especially.
Blitz coming. 7-man rush. Leaves Boudette open. And that'll move the sticks. Another first down for the Corsairs.
Exactly what they needed at the right time. Blanton finds Boudette, who has no one near him whenever that ball is actually coming out of his hand. It's thrown where it needs to be for Boudette to make the catch. Pristine.
Press coverage on the 2 wideouts. Top of your screen now. The tight end, or I should say the wide receiver, masquerading as a tight end, James Matthew Jr. He can do it all here in the league. Pass over the middle and nearly caught behind his back. Boudette nearly with the spectacular.
Maybe looking to Boudette a little bit too much there. Double coverage, trying to fit that one inside of 2 bodies there. Ernest McRae Sr., and I'm not sure who that was over the top, but just looking to make a Corsair sandwich.
High formation here on 2nd down. 5-man rush. Blanton hit as he throws. It's going to be scooped. Here comes David Tilley to the house potentially, but tackled by Jet Zero at the 4.
No big man touchdown today, but what a big play and an utterly devastating blow to the Corsairs' hope to try and come back in this one.
Tilley does it both. No, it will not be Tilley who caused it. That was Hunter Norwood, but Tilley nearly with a scoop and score. That might be reviewable, but for now, it's the Scorpions offense who sets up inside the 5, and here comes the challenge flag thrown by the Corsair head coach, Chad Stinson, as we will take a retroactive look at the play, brought to you by Retroid. Get your SFL console at GoRetroid.com.
And the entire, I think that's so close. It could go either way, but the entire game hinges on this one, I think. If this goes Arizona's way, it's all but over.
Here's the crucial call. It is overturned. It's a great challenge from Stinson, and the Corsairs keep the football.
And the entire offense breathes a sigh of release. It's only a sack instead of a turnover that gives the ball to the Scorpions on the 4-yard line. Queen City with another chance. They got to make the most of it.
Oh, it's ruled an incomplete pass, and now you're on 3rd and 10 with 4 wide receivers. Can they make use of it? They're just going to run with Jet Zero, who goes nowhere. 4th down. And nothing to show for it.
You got to think they're trying to catch the defense off balance there, but the Scorpions clearly in a form of just man coverage. Plenty of people were on station to swallow that run up as soon as they recognized it.
And the return from Donnie Hands gets up to the 29-yard line. As for the first time tonight, we send it back to SFL headquarters for a game break from our SFL Commissioner, Cameron Irvine.
Thank you, Tyler. King Jackson having a coming out party tonight against the Indianapolis Ramblers with throws like these. Terrell Cooper over 130 yards in this game. Jackson 15 of 18, a touchdown, no interceptions. They lead Indy in a game full of points, 33-24, late in the 3rd. Back to you.
Motor City looking for another win, and they are putting the hurt on those Ramblers. Thank you, Cam, as first carry for Brad Jones here on the drive goes for a minimal gain.
And I don't like that coming out of the huddle for the first real drive. That's what they're generating. That doesn't feel good. It feels like more of the same from the end of the first half.
There's another run, and this Corsair defense stepping up to the challenge, taking down Bismarck right at the line of scrimmage.
Standing tall here. Something to note is that Arizona's offense generated 141 yards in the first quarter of play, only 29 yards in the second.
So go back four wide receivers here on 3rd and 9. Coverage backing way off. Play action. AJ, middle, tips, and incomplete. Another outstanding deflection from Luke Swift, making his second crucial pass deflection tonight.
And that's just a huge moment for the Queen City faithful as they rise behind their defense and they stand tall.
So the punt from Darren Bennett is away again, keeping it to within only a 2-score game. Fair catch called for by Bob Wood. That is where the Corsairs will set up shop. How many likes do we have on this video so far? It's not enough. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you've got notifications on so you won't miss a minute of SFL and SFLM action, and help the channel grow through your support. Luke Swift's numbers tonight: 7 tackles, a sack, 2 more TFLs for the league's second most in that category, and 2 big pass deflections on 3rd down, which helps set his offense up to try and get back in this one, but a no-gain run from Jet Zero. It's just been that kind of night for this rushing attack.
An absolutely putrid showing so far, no other way to say it. They have to wake up at some point, or a lot more is going to fall on the shoulders of their quarterback.
And rush, Blanton caught Ruiz, who has been more active tonight than we've seen in quite some time. His second catch of the ball game. He only had 6 receptions coming into this one in his 3-season career.
Blanton learning to trust the young tight end.
I formation, 9 men in the box, handoff 0, leaps over defenders, gets out of 1, and it's a good gain up to the 45-yard line. First down, Queen City.
Marching down at their own 44. I think this offense has really figured something out. They've made some sort of adjustment. They figured out something close to the end of the first half. Let's see if they can punch it in.
Rolling is Blanton. Fire across his body. It's deflected. Incomplete. McCray Sr., the former Rambler, gets the deflection.
And that one's a close run thing. If he's not there at in the right place at the right time to make that deflection, that is a wide open receiver that can easily go for 15 yards, 20 yards.
2nd and 10. Double coverage on the slot receiver near side. 1 comes in for a blitz. 5 rush, and Blanton overshoots his intended target by about 10 yards. 3rd down.
Entirely too much mustard on that one right there. I don't know. I don't care how much you like your Dijon. You can't be overthrowing your receivers by that much and want to keep yourself in the ball game.
3rd and 10 now here for the Corsairs. Empty backfield. 4 wide receivers. Time look out of Arizona on 3rd down. Blanton will look to throw. 4-man rush. Pass underneath. Caught. It's Ruiz. His 3rd catch. It's another first down for the Corsairs.
Coming up huge on this drive, Ruiz is just finding himself in the position to use his body to blanket out these smaller defenders time and time again, using that 6'5" frame to his advantage against these smaller corners.
4 targets, 3 receptions, 31 yards, making a career day already here for Ahmad Ruiz. He had 63 yards coming to this one. Already has about half that total here tonight. 2-yard run is halted by Lawless. That brings up 2nd and 8 from the 43-yard line. Another run, looking near side. Fenderson Only a yard. It's the Arizona's defense trying to batten down the hatches as Rain Rie stops him there. Third and 7. Ruiz, top of your screen here. Does Blanton find him or does he look for somebody else? Blitz coming. He's trying to push the pile. Looking right side. Looking for the first down. And he gets it with a slide. Athleticism, intuition, creativity on full display.
Nothing short of heroism on this one, where he pushes the pile, gets behind his tackle, waits for the right moment, then springs out.
Oh, Eddie Gage doesn't like that spot. And so we will take another retroactive look at this play presented by Retroid. Get your SFL console at GoRetroid.com. It's either going to be a Retroid challenge or it's going to be the breakaway play of the game. We're soon going to find out. That was an incredible decision by Blanton. Does he get the first, though?
Everything's going to rely on where they say that football was when he actually goes down. I think he's short.
Oh, that's close. What's the official word? Indeed. Just as the Corsairs were able to correctly challenge one earlier, Eddie Gage and the Scorpions challenge. It is not a first down. It's a 4th down and 1.
And it feels like you have to go for it here. Absolutely no other choice.
No. Oh, this is getting exciting. Have a look on both teams. Compro Field, what you got? Blanton will throw on 4th and short, looking right side. Ramon Ruiz pulls it in for a gain of 6 and the first down.
Who else? The unstoppable, the ever-reliable. But you say he comes out of nowhere, but I've seen this man in the SFLM, and he's finally showing what he's got on the biggest stage of all.
4th reception of the game. Only had 1 to this point in the season as Jet Zero gets the call. 4-yard gain.
And Ubadu Ruiz working with Trellis Blanton on this drive to keep it alive, keep their hopes alive, and now they're the closest they've been to the end zone.
Another run, middle, Fenderson for a good gain of about 4. Big 3rd down upcoming now for the Corsairs. They are 5 of 11 on 3rd down. They are 3 of 4 already in this quarter. Pitch right side, good blocking. Jet Zero cannot get there. A clutch tackle from Albert Begin at the 18.
And an absolute heart pounder decision now. Oh, here we go again.
The Red Hankies are flying like confetti as we take yet another retroactive look at the play. Brought to you by Retroid. Get your SFL console at GoRetroid.com. At this point, why haven't you? We've said that 3 times tonight. Oh, this is going to be close, Alex.
Let me get that sideline view. The yellow line is just a simulation. It's so close, though.
Is it forward progress? Or did Begin stop him? And for the first time tonight, a call stands. It will be 4th and inches. Do the Corsairs get gutsy again? Do they go for it again?
I feel like you've got no choice.
It doesn't look like it. It looks like Rick Meyer is out there, and they will try and attempt a 35-yard field goal from the right hash. Watch it be a fake. Snap spot, it's actually in a field goal, but it will split the uprights. And the lead is cut into by 3. There's a difference separating the 2 clubs now of 11 points. Just on the other side of 3 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter.
And that one really breaks my heart. I feel like you have the opportunity and the gumption to go for it. You've already converted 4th and 1s. Now you're at 4th and inches. It feels like an extreme gimme to go for it there.
Here comes the return by TJ Punk. I'll give him yardage all the way up to the 33-yard line. So now with this drought in scoring for the Scorpions. The Scorpions have had to punt on their last 3 consecutive drives, 2 of them being 3 and outs. What do the Scorpions do here?
And I'm kind of concerned this offense has sort of fallen asleep. They're just in grind out the clock mode when really you need to show that you can still move the football effectively, and they have not shown me that yet. Not since the first quarter.
Adam Grombrowski goes near side. We'll see if that changes here. The third quarter, nothing doing. The Corsairs defense gets into the backfield. They'll give the running back forward progress up to the line of scrimmage. It's Haddock in on the stop.
And playing possum like this is getting kind of dangerous. I really want to see you start taking shots down the field. Try and move the football against this defense. Don't just milk the clock.
Jackson, hands off left side. DJ Moses with some blockers. Gains 7 yards before Eric Barton can bring him down. And now it's 3rd down here for Arizona. They line up into the heavy set. Haven't converted a 3rd down since midway through the 2nd quarter. Handoff up the middle, and there it is, our 1st down. Brad Jones gained of about 6.
And finally, they show they can actually get past that yellow line. They show they are still able to move the football effectively here, but they've taken their foot off the gas a little bit. If Queen City can force a stop without letting them score here, it's still a win for the Corsairs.
Edge play with 2 tight ends as Moses gets a few blocks, and that springs him forward for a pickup of 7.
And I think I see Eddie Gage down there on the sideline yelling at his squad to wake up, and they're clearly responding. That's the most decisive run I've seen this half.
These defenses are slowing down these productive offenses. Still yet to hit the 200-yard mark for Arizona, and nothing doing. Here on that run, Brad Jones gets caught up behind his own lineman, and Casper Haddock gets in the backfield.
Haddock, an absolute monster today. So far, 5 tackles on his own, 6 assists.
Jackson will throw, looking middle, caught at the 32 for Montana, his 2nd grab of the night.
And an absolutely massive catch there. A must convert moment for the Scorpions, who are sputtering a little bit but finding their footing. This is one of those moments where they ask Ashley Jackson to bail the team out a little bit, and she finds Yayo with a perfect strike there.
That puts them maybe just in the outskirts of field goal range as the horn sounds to end the 3rd quarter. 10 minutes left of regulation to play. It's the Scorpions 17, Corsairs 6. Stand by for station identification.
The Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Welcome back to Compro Field here in Buffalo, New York. Tyler Falk alongside Alex West. Happy to have your company here on this Sunday evening. Pass the middle. Montana looking for his 3rd catch. Denied by GB Wallace, the safety.
Montana threatening there to put them inside the red zone and set this one up to be a very simple score for the Scorpions. Corsairs standing tall there.
After the incompletion on 1st down, what do Eddie Gage and these Scorpions dial up on 2nd? 5-step drop. Jackson rolling, taking off with it. She's got space and tries to juke someone. Gains 11. No slide. She is absolutely fearless.
And I think that's just the kind of personality that she has, the kind of pizzazz she brings to the position. She's a 2-time All-Star for a reason, but I definitely would like to see her slide. You never want your star to be taking those kinds of hits. Just slide.
He's only thrown 11 times tonight, just barely over 50%, sitting at 6 completions. Back to the ground game as Jones Gets out of one tackle, can't escape the second one. Be taken down after a gain of 6. Another tackle for Swift. 8 total tackles now for Luke Swift. He's second on the team behind Casper Haddock with 11. Now from the 15. Jackson's ushers Montana closer to the line. Hand off to Moses, right side, busts out of 1. And because of the forward progress, that will give the Scorpions a first down inside the 10.
It's a friendly spot, but I think that it's ultimately a correct one. There was a lot of momentum going out of that one tackle into the next.
And crucially, the Corsairs are out of challenges. They've already called their 2, and they've had 1 denied as Jones scoots forward for a few more yards.
Clock continuing to wind down. This rushing attack really has done a lot to make the time possession extremely slated in heavy favor of the Scorpions.
And they've done that all season long. Right now, closing in on about 17 minutes total time possession today. Hand up near side, looking for a corner. Gets it, tried to dive, but it's a touchdown. Diving tackle at the line that saves the score.
Somehow, some way, you saw that body, you saw that black jersey get down and screeching down in front of that yellow line, or that white line, just stopping it just short of the barrier.
That was the strong safety, GB Wallace. Can they do it again? Handoff middle, not this time. Touchdown, Arizona. Brad Jones scores for his, and Arizona busts out the lead further.
And that one really feels like the nail in the coffin here, as this drive has consumed so much time and has once again extended this lead to where now it's firmly out of reach, except for barring a Queen City miracle. Now it's 20 minutes and 17 seconds of possession time for the Scorpions so far this game, compared to Queen City's 11 minutes and 10. That really tells you all you need to know about how this has gone.
5 minutes taken off the clock already at 20 minutes plus time of possession tonight. Just to reiterate how effective and how composed and confident this Arizona team is. It does not matter whether they're on home soil or against anyone else. They took down Chicago in Chicago 31-0. They took down Mexico City at home last week, 13-9. They have shown us tonight they can more than likely take down the Corsairs unless Joseph Boudet, Trellis Blent, and the rest of these Corsairs have anything to say about it.
And now is the moment. It's truly now or never. Every single drive must score, and they must have touchdowns attached. You cannot settle for 3. At this point, you need to go for every 4th down or just consign yourself to the loss.
We'll see how aggressive this Corsairs offense gets. It's been a clean game up to this point. Had a few close calls taken away by challenges, effective challenges. In fact, the only turnover of the game would have gone to Queen City. Pass over the middle, looking for Ruiz, who has been the shining light of this offense tonight. Unfortunately, incomplete for him.
At least it's something that doesn't keep the clock moving, I suppose. They know they're well out of running distance. At this point, it's something where you have to get the wind through the air.
Blitz coming, looking, near side, incomplete. Doug Gabriel, the intended target. That brings up 3rd down.
And that's just been a great job that the Scorpions secondary has been doing all night, and really swallowing up these receivers, not allowing Trellis Blanton any easy pitching catches. He has done a good job this evening of avoiding turnovers so far, knock on wood. He has thrown 8 coming into this game. So far, he's been very surprisingly reliable.
Blanton rolling, firing, incomplete. Just a bit too high for Tim Brown.
I still would have liked to see him try to extend to go up and get that one, but sometimes it's just a bit too high, and he's still trying to find chemistry with these receivers.
So there will be a punt upcoming here for Queen City. And there will be an opportunity to return here for Donnie Hands as he hurdles a man and gets all the way up to the 39-yard line. Monday night features a special doubleheader of SFL action honoring those we've lost around the league. First, Billy Ray Valentine's Swarm visit Matt Wilson's Mexico City at 7:15 Eastern. Later, Rich Pratchard's Vancouver Legion travel to Leonard Butler Sr.'s Louisiana Revolution at 9:30. Join the Monday night crew for post-game react and pre-game in between. It's all tomorrow night on SFL YouTube. 2 yards gained here from Brad Jones, and we'll see plenty more of that as if the Scorpions can kindle up their style of offense, they have the potential to milk away the rest of this clock. Late handoff up the middle for the fullback. Bismarck Wright, he rolls for a first down.
And this is what they do. It's time to grind this one out and bring it to a close. They have at this point a completely insurmountable lead with how easily they're able to move the football with a rushing attack. It's all over but the crying, folks.
Well, not yet. Still 6 minutes, 28 seconds to play. We've seen crazier comebacks.
It's true.
Blitz coming. Jackson. Oh, my goodness. A catch of the highest caliber from TJ Punk. And that will be our nice hands catch of the game, brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it, SFL 4K23. Let's also tack on the breakaway play of the game as well. That's our breakaway play of the game, brought to you by Breaks GPT, sports memorabilia breakers and collectors. You never know whose autographed helmet or jersey you might hit. Check them out at breaksgpt.com. Run off to their left-hand side, gains only a couple as Swift is there again.
And a lot of credit has to be given to Luke Swift, who has been all over the field. That now gives him 10 total tackles as well tonight, along with 2 pass deflections.
Five and a half to go and counting here for Arizona. Handoff near side. Moses cannot escape the sea of black and green as he will get bloodied up by Chad Stinson. Jackson will throw. Blitz coming, and she is taken down for a loss on the play. A tremendous play again. Felipe Claybrooks' second sack of the night, and that will knock Arizona potentially on a field goal range.
Looking to prove me wrong and looking to shut me up. They are determined to make some kind of stand here, and they will force it out of field goal range. Scorpions opt to punt.
And so Darren Bennett on to potentially pin Queen City back. It's a high spiraling punt, a short one that will land at the 21 and bounce to the 11. That's where Arizona will down it eventually. And there we go, taking a little extra time off the clock as we shoot it back to SFL headquarters for a game break.
Thanks, Tyler. First 3 weeks, Motor City scored 43 points combined. Tonight, they score 40 on Indianapolis. That throw to King Alexander caps it off. Motor City 40-24 gets their first win in an upset. Back to you.
Thank you, Cam. That is a great win for Motor City, a shocking result for Indianapolis. It was talked about in the Streets Are Talking server that Indianapolis were going to have to potentially win out to be considered a top 10 team, now losing to Motor City, who are in the power rankings in the bottom half of the league. And so you have to wonder here, Alex, how far will Indianapolis fall in those rankings?
And not only that, you have to wonder, is this kind of performance going to be something that can derail your entire season and put you right back where you were last year? You want to avoid having a season where you lose twice as many games as you win.
That left side incomplete. That will bring up 3rd and 2 here for the Corsairs. Down by 18. This Scorpion defense has been playing locked down all night long. They do it again. Pass, no, great catch just beyond the 30 for Bob Wood. And the drive continues as they hustle back to the line. 4:04 to go. Blanton rolling, fires, caught. Wood again at midfield.
Bob Wood here saying this game is not over yet. He gets 2 incredible catches in a row for consecutive first downs. This time, he managed to find the sideline to stop the clock. But what a gutsy moment and great recognition from Trellis Blanton to call the hurry up there because he knew he saw something in the defense that he could exploit again.
Blanton now under center again. 6 defenders, all sitting around their own 45-yard line, expecting maybe something within those first couple of yards from this offense. Blitz coming. Blanton will throw again. Has time, unloads. It is incomplete. Intended for Boudet. He was shoved to the ground, and the Corsairs will be given 3 yardage inside to the Arizona 29.
Free yardage, no question about it. That was contact well beyond the line. Oh, you have about a 5-yard buffer, but this is 15 plus downfield, and that's an absolute contact there to completely disrupt the receiver. Easy flag.
Ernest McCray Sr. gets slapped on the wrist as the Corsairs now inside the 30-yard line. The Queen City Corsairs franchise has always scored 10 or more points against Arizona. Right now, this would be a record low against them. Blanton, middle, as Boudet could not haul it in. The hit was just too heavy. Incomplete.
And this one, another one that's right on the line, but this one is, they do wait long enough. It's not too early. It's right exactly on time. The very moment that you can make that kind of contact, he is right there swallowing up the receiver.
Rips near side, one wide receiver topping your screen as well. Now over comes James Matthew Jr. to even out the formation. Just under 4 minutes to go. Here in the fourth quarter, 4-man rush. Pass underneath, caught Wood. He has been the star of the drive. Gets 7 yards as Blanton will have to rush his guys back to the line. They'll throw again. Blanton underneath. A little bit of miscommunication between quarterback and receiver. Ball falls incomplete. Gut check time for Queen City.
18-point ball game. You could say that the field goal is the way to go here, and because at some point you're going to have to just make a touchdown and you're going to have to make a 2-point conversion, but the field goal is technically not the wrong play. They've got to kick the onside after this, though.
They need at least 1 field goal, 1 touchdown, or 2 touchdowns, and then a 2-point conversion if it's good, which it is. 8th place, 69 nice yards for Queen City. Now does the onside kick bounce there in their favor. We've seen some crazy things here at Control Field. We've seen a couple of crazy walk-offs from Queen City in this building. Can they rekindle the magic? Can they rekindle maybe some season 1 heroics when they won the first ever SFL championship? Can they do it here? It is hauled in cleanly by Arizona. Montana has it, and Arizona will look to try and milk the rest of this clock.
Arizona's hand squad too reliable there. That one bouncing practically right to Montana, who's more than happy to recover it. And he does the right thing and not trying to get anything extra fancy, just accepting that and immediately falling on the ball.
It starts with a run up the middle, a gain of 4 to begin the drive for Brad Jones as we start talking about the futures for these two clubs, and unfortunately for Queen City, the only other time they started a season 0-4 was the last season in which they played the Arizona Scorpions. That was a season in which they became only the second team in franchise or in SFL history to go 0-12, a mark, a feat that these Corsairs do not want to replicate. There are some bright spots for sure, but they will have a test coming the next 2 weeks when they first go away to Carolina next week, and then finally come back home to face not only Atlanta in week 7, but they'll face Baltimore in week 8. And hopefully by then they'll have a wind under their belt to right the ship, to keep the wind in their sails, to give their fans here at ComPro in the greater Buffalo area something to write home about. It'll be yet another 2+ score deficit in which they will find themselves, unless they can come up with a touchdown or something. Then the ballgame, 3rd down, handoff up the middle, and Jones with expert agility, great awareness, finds the 1st down as we hit the 2-minute warning here from ComPro Field. And it's just about over. 24-9 is your score here from Buffalo, New York. Alex, these Corsairs, we've seen a lot of positives from this team, from Abad Ruiz to Haddock to Swift. What's some motivation? What's some positivity you can give to these Corsairs and their fans?
So there's definitely some extreme bright spots here with the incredible play of, there he is right there again, Casper Haddock, who has been all over the field. He's without a doubt one of the best young inside linebackers in the SFL, someone who will continue to shine bright. At this point, he's gotten 9 tackles on his own, 8 assists. He's been an absolute stout defender for the team. Other notes here is that Trellis Blanton's had one of his best days overall. He's thrown no interceptions. He came in here with 8, only 3 touchdowns. Instead, so far he's managed over 50% completion. He's been throwing the ball over 30 times. It's not like he's been only asked to throw a few things here and there, a little thing to dunk. No, he's been asked to make it work out there, and he's done his best. It hasn't led to the result that the squad would want, but ultimately the Scorpions are one of the toughest teams in the league. To keep the game this close for this long and to hang in there and show that you have the potential to be a threat to them is something to write home about.
It's another run that gets stood up just shy. Alex Marshall in on the stop. It's another game for Arizona, which sees them tally up close to 170 rushing yards, which is their average for this season. It's been a great season for Arizona to begin with. They start out 4-0, and the last time they did that was back in season 20. Again, the last time they played the Corsairs, they went 5-0 and made it all the way to only the franchise's 4th SFL championship appearance in franchise history. And the field goal, the short field goal from Cliff Allen, is money again. Special teams strikes again. And it's 27-9, an 18-point lead for the Scorpions offense. Right now, after the season 22, that went not the way Eddie Gage would want. They went 5-7, missed the playoffs for only the 4th time in Arizona Scorpions franchise history. They missed it a couple more times as OKC. That's bobbled, fumbled, and it goes right into the awaiting arms of Chris Manningham for Arizona, and that's just about it. Wow. Not even a chance for reprieve for Queen City.
Truly emblematic of just how the night has gone. But there is some credit to be said that they overall have been, outside of this bizarro late fumble, they've been able to limit turnovers as a unit, and that has also been something they've struggled with as a squad up to now. This little late garbage time fumble is just very fluky. That'll be a kneel down.
1st to 2 kneel downs for Ashley Jackson as Eddie Gage is here with a $10 super chat I'll try and do my best impression. Apologies if I mess it up. Arizona, I love y'all! Game ball to the Arizona front seven for setting the tone defensively. I want to apologize to our receiving corps, only 12 passing attempts. But there is only one stat that matters, the W. The win for Arizona, one final kneel down here to end a weekend of football that has seen some highs, some lows, some upsets, and a whole lot of fun. And it continues tomorrow with the Monday Night Spectacular doubleheader as we pay homage to those we have lost this season. We hope you join us then for more football tomorrow night with the Monday Night Spectacular crew. And the game is just about final here, 27-9, your final score here from Conpro Field. The first time the Corsairs score less than double-digit points at home this season. They fall to 0-4. The Scorpions move to 4-0. Alex West, let's break down this game just one final time. The Arizona Scorpions come out with the win.
There's no doubt about it, and they were emphatic about putting their stamp on the game early. They asked Ashley Jackson on their very first drive to get them ahead. She did exactly that with some easy connections, especially one where Donnie Hands just got a screamer away for 53 yards, the longest reception we saw all game long. And then from there, it was a very steady diet of the rushing attack. Lots of Brad Jones tonight, 27 carries, and a little bit of extra help from DJ Moses, who got another 10 of his own. Both of them scored touchdowns. All in all, the offense kind of started to falter a little bit midway through the game, but they didn't really need to do much more than maintain course. And Queen City's offense just could not muster up a response. They could not find the end zone. An incredible job from the Arizona Scorpions defense throughout, who just never let the ball get behind them at any point in time. It's just an incredible effort as a unit to pitch that kind of game when you see how many times Queen City threatened to get deep or tried to get the ball down the field. Just a great performance as a team unit defensively.
Special thanks to Justin Reside and Mark Lopez in the Stats Truck and our commissioner, Kevin Irva, back in SFL Studios. For Alex West, I've been Tyler Falk. We'll catch you tomorrow for the finale of this Week 5 in Season 23. Until then, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.